Howdy, I'm Andres Aguilar from MyPoint TV here in Dallas, Texas. Before last week, when people mentioned Wall Street to me, I like to picture handsome, responsible, and honorable people who just happened to steal my money by sounding a lot smarter than me. Now, I picture an Ocean 11 style movie with nerdy actors suddenly turning hot and making old billionaires cry. Last week saw a big shocking move on Wall Street as redditors in a group called Wall Street Bets suddenly bought a crazy amount of GameStop, AMC, Bed Bath & Beyond, and other failing stocks. And the fire was really ignited when a few internet sleuths noticed that GameStop stock was actually being shorted by hedge funds. Experts much smarter than I called it short selling. And it's where investors borrow a share in the hopes of selling it for a shorter price and pocketing the difference. Yeah, there you go. But the smart people said. Suddenly, the GameStop stock surged between January 21st and the 28th. From the 21st, starting at $43.03 to all the way to a mind-blowing high of $483 a share. In a week, GameStop went bananas. However, like an explosion, it vanished in a few days, thanks to some really shady decisions from apps such as Robinhood, where initially, after the big old surge and the highest of $483 on Thursday, January 28th, they suddenly stopped all the buying for GME, which is the GameStop stock. And suddenly, a day later, just brought it back, limiting to very, very few buys for that share, and thus slowly but surely, the price of the stock plummeted. The sudden price surge in this week dealt a massive blow to hedge funds, though, short-selling GameStop stock. By Friday, January 29th, Melvin Capital lost 30% of its shares, $13 billion gone, by Reddit. I spoke to a few Redditors after I posted on r/Dallas if anyone in the area had invested in any GameStop stock. Local user Mixed by X was a big-time winner after investing in 1,000 shares of GameStop at $303. Another user, Ivan KW Plano, shared that he did have a few shares of GME and AMC, but unfortunately couldn't invest in time and therefore really couldn't take advantage, he felt. But both of those Redditors and all the other ones that shared and responded to me on my post had one thing in common. They weren't going to sell. But how much of a big deal is this whole story anyway? A few wild internet investors surpassed Wall Street this one time. Underdog story. We all love it from time to time, Philadelphia has a statue of Rocky. He ain't even real. That's how much we love underdog stories. But I wanted to go a little further. I wanted to see what the public in Dallas had to say. Is the Wall Street stories and the prices on GameStop really worth mentioning? Here's what they had to say.
I love the idea behind it, that somebody's, there's an alternative way to approach it all, but somebody's going to get hurt big time. It's probably going to be the small guy.
The whole GameStop thing?
Yeah.
It's hilarious.
It's hilarious?
I think it's funny. And I don't believe in the stock market, so I don't really care.
I think it's pretty awesome, like the little guy taking back like what Wall Street's essentially been like just playing them at their own game essentially. So I think it's pretty cool.
We're enjoying following the story. It's awesome.
Any comment regarding the story so far and how crazy it's been for Wall Street?
Go the people.
Same as him. So.
Have I heard about it?
Yes.
I have. A lot of memes.
A lot of memes. As of recording, the GameStop stock price is at $90. Now, I want to say this. I'm not a financial expert. I'm learning all this information basically as much as you guys are in real time. This is extremely surprising. But should it be? In my opinion, Wall Street Bets isn't ending things anytime soon. This is just the start of the year. Things are just getting started. They have just proved that Reddit and normal people can have just as much of an effect on Wall Street as Wall Street does to the stock market. And that's insane. And if this is anything to say about this story, I think Wall Street and those investors have a long year ahead of them. From My Point TV, I'm Andres Aguilar, and that's how I see it.